Guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. This is Talking Shit. You got your boy Luke Erwin and we got Frankie Lee.
Welcome to your podcast.
Bro,
That feels
talking
weird,
podcast, man. You're the number one podcast dude right now.
Well, I don't know about number one right now, but I will be soon.
Bro, 100%. Man, your grind and hustle, it doesn't stop. I've been watching it. I want to come straight in and let you know that, like, I was feeling a bit fucking down, like, 3 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah.
Started watching some of your podcasts.
Which one did you watch?
Bro, I watched the Troy Candy one, Will Sparks, and
Will Sparks is deep, man.
Bro.
Deep. I'm telling you, like, no, I don't. I honestly don't believe that anybody can get Will Sparks to talk like that ever again.
Yeah.
Like just how because just how in depth he goes into his journey, man.
Yeah,
like, and some of the stuff that he's been through as a kid, and some of the transformations that other people can take from his journey, mate. It's unbelievable.
And I think you got him at the right time in expressing his emotions and how he feels in life, because he's been, I think it was like he was traveling for 10 years or some shit, and he hadn't actually been home to settle down.
Mate, he'd never spent, like, he'd missed all his mum's birthdays, his sister's birthdays. He'd never got a chance to articulate how proud he was of his sister for what she was doing in life.
Yeah. And that's nothing. That's nothing compared to like money, and then that shit. Fuck the money. Family first. Whatever. The good shit.
You can spend as much of your life as you want chasing money and chasing external validation.
Yeah.
But one day you'll find that everything is within you.
Fucking
There's nothing external that can ever make you feel better about yourself. You have to start within. So looking within is the only way to go. Right,
100%. And that's what, like, I was saying is, like, 3 weeks ago or whatever, I sat down and I was sitting in an Airbnb. So me and all the crew, we packed up. We went to Cairns.
Yeah.
We're like, fuck this. And I left myself without a property. Like, I own properties not here. Yeah, and we've come back and I'm going, fuck, I've ended up in a shitty Airbnb. Like, I'm me, I need a pool. I need to be waking up and the sun's hitting me and shit like that. I've woken up, dark Airbnb. I'm going, fuck this shit. I started watching your podcast. I was in a little bit of a depression, yeah?
Yeah. You weren't appreciating what you had in that moment.
Right, 100%. I think I recently did come around to that, to appreciating the house we're in. But yeah, I was in an Airbnb. It was dark. I love waking up.
But you had your health.
You
got money in the bank. You got food in your belly. You had everything else. You got your brother with you. Do you know what I mean? Everything around you that actually is important.
Yeah.
You've got it all.
Yeah,
you're abundant with it, mate.
Yeah.
Like, look how much success you've had in your life.
Yeah, like, it's been all right, but, like, fuck the success.
yeah, but bro, sometimes you have to sit and just be present with what you've got and how your life's looking. Like, everyone's out there trying to get more.
Yeah.
There will always be more to obtain. Even fucking Donald Trump, who's got fucking billions, wants more and more and more every single day.
I think he just wants the Twitter account back.
Yeah, mate. Fucking, I tell you what, I want his Twitter account for my podcast. Like, fucking hell, bro.
Dude, he's a mega, he just stunts all over the world.
Yeah, he's killed it, man.
But yeah, I just want to say, quick appreciation, bro, straight to you. And your podcast is Frankie Lee.
The Frankie Lee podcast, yeah.
The Frankie Lee podcast. You can find it on YouTube, Spotify.
Yeah, YouTube. I'll give you a link. You can put a link to the channel.
Yeah.
Underneath this, and if you want to go frankielee.com, we'll give you access to, like, all the social medias and all the podcasts.
And awesome. So
hopefully that can add some value in your life. At the end of the day, right? I do podcasting because it fucking lights me up. Like, do you know what I mean? There's nothing. I got nothing to sell you. It's just all value, man.
Soon you'll be selling some merch to them. Come on.
Well, I don't know. We'll talk about it, but
but like deep down, I started watching. I watch Impulsive, Logan Paul's podcast as well. But I said, "Fuck, I'm gonna go close to home." Australian podcast, you're pommy as fuck, but Australian podcast, who's doing what and stuff like that, and it did help me. So guys, if you need some fucking, need a reality check.
I appreciate you saying that, because I actually get a lot of people that, like yourself, have done bits and are doing bits across social media and this and the other, business and this and the other. I had a guy reach out to me the other day. He's like, worth 300 mil. He's like, I've just sent this to like 2,000 of my fucking staff.
Yeah.
I'm like,
your podcast?
Yeah. And I'm like, he says, bruv, just keep going with what you're doing because you don't realize how fucking close you are to fucking blowing this thing right up.
Bro, it's going to, like, I'll like you want some fucking exclusive news, bro, your podcast is going to go very big. Same with this one. So make sure you subscribe and hit like.
Yeah,
but like your podcast, do you want some advice as well on this?
Go for it.
Bro, I reckon you need to slow the fuck down. You've got that many guests, bro, and you're flooding it, but like slow it down, high production quality.
Yeah.
And like your podcast is going to be massive.
So the thing, I agree with you on that. So
you've got so many big names coming through, but that people don't have time to keep up with.
I'm just releasing one a week, remember?
Bro, it feels like they're just flying out at me, bro.
I'm only releasing one a week. I was gonna scale it to 2 a week, right? And I'm talking about I got fucking some banging guests like you have coming on, right? Absolute bangers, right? But I'm literally popping out one a week. So on a Sunday, I'm dropping them on the Sunday because most people are like laying around there and feeling a bit lazy. They need a little bit of a kick to start the week. So I release
Sunday night.
I release them on a Sunday afternoon, Sunday night.
Yeah.
And then England's got them for like the whole Sunday. Australia's got them for a little bit of Sunday and Monday morning. And then everyone's sorted. America's got them when they get them, and it's just like cool.
Bro, I think you're going to like, I know you're going to blow up. Like you've had an impact on me and these other people that, you know, they're sending it around to their fucking staff, like 200 staff. It's like, listen
2,000.
to this. 2,000. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the numbers that you got right now, I think you're going to look back at this in a year and you're going to go, fuck, man. Like, and the interesting thing you've just said there that rung a bell in my head was, bro, I never missed a Sunday upload for the first year of social media. It was 6 years ago, but like I made myself like not eat or whatever, bro. I needed the fucking content, man.
It's all about the reps, right? I'm 4 or 5 podcasts ahead, and they're all banging podcasts.
Yeah,
I've you know, obviously you're going to come on the podcast in the future.
Yeah. We can do that tomorrow.
I've got Example coming on the podcast. I've got you know. Volkanovski's coming on the podcast in the future. Yeah, I've got, you know, all these big names coming on, like, and it's like starting to grow some real momentum now. And when you start, everyone wants to start a podcast, though, bro, right? But the point is, most people are coming at podcasting and coming at delivering value from the wrong way. They want to put things out into the world because of what they can get back from it.
Yeah.
But if you go and authentically lean into what lights you up, i.e. your 0.01% skill, like every human on this planet has a 0.001% skill
of being a fucking idiot.
So no, for you, bruv.
Yeah.
You've made a lot of money out of doing out of being a 0.001% idiot by jumping off bridges, bro.
Yeah.
You've made a lot of money out of that. If every other cunt did it, it wouldn't hit the same, right?
Yeah.
Not everyone can do that.
Yeah.
So that was your 0.01% skill. You lent into it and you made a shitload of cash out of it, yeah?
Yeah.
I believe voice and podcasting and putting out this kind of content and hitting people right between the eyeballs with the truth, I think that's my 0.1% skill. Yeah. And that's why I rep it out every week in, week out. That's why I grind, because I fucking love it.
Are you uploading on YouTube once a week?
Yeah, I'm uploading on YouTube once a week.
But you might hit one that's just going to go bang.
I might hit one like that, but I've also got to get someone that can help me. I've got loads of clips, but I need to build a clip channel. I've noticed that all these other top podcasts in the world have a clip channel, and I need to get someone who can help me set up a clip channel and make it so it's autopilot. Directing from the 2 or 3 minute clips to the videos. Mate, I'm sure we're only sure we're not far away, but hopefully the hard work will show through in the end.
Overnight it could change. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, YouTube's my worst channel, bro. Like, I've only got like 1,386 subscribers on YouTube. Like, it's fucking terrible.
There's a lot of cunts that have zero.
That's
an amazing.
And like, I appreciate all 1,386 of them.
Yeah.
And obviously, but in terms of like the fastest growing channel at the minute is my weakest one. But that's why I'm trying to lean in to get better at it.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Are you attacking TikTok?
So I've again, I only got like 5,000 or 6,000 on there, which I appreciate every one of them, and I'm trying to grow that too. But here's another thing: we're all trying to grow across every platform, right? Yeah. But I'm concentrating on a few select platforms that I'm going to live on, and I'm leaning into them. So I'm trying to lean more into YouTube. Obviously, Spotify and Apple are big for me because they're my two biggest where most people listen to my podcast. Yeah, I'm trying to grow this YouTube because I think that's long tail. Yeah, got long legs on it.
Long tail girls.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like anything that's got long legs in it. Yeah. Like where it's but all these places that we're talking about, though, are all rented land.
Yeah.
We're all on rented land. I obviously want to be on the things that suit my content, the best rented land for my content. TikTok, for short clips, we're growing it, but I'm not too concerned at how fast that grows.
Yeah, it's a fucking interesting platform. There's not that people on there, they're not there for you.
Yeah,
it sounds a bit weird, like YouTube, bro. Bored. Yeah, like YouTube, it's like people are laying down or sitting down on their couch with their missus. They're searching your name up and clicking. TikTok. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's Frankie Lee. Oh sweet, we'll give him a like. Oh bro, I went viral, cuz. It's like, no, they're not there for you. They've just been scrolling. The motherfuckers on YouTube, they're there.
When something goes viral on YouTube, that means you've had 200,000 highly engaged people look at your content. When something goes viral on TikTok, that just means that you've kept 200,000 people on their app for 60 seconds longer. Right?
Really?
Well, essentially, that's all it is, because that bit of content is going to be between 30 seconds and 60 seconds.
Yeah.
But your podcast might be 2 hours fucking long, bro. What would you rather have? 30,000 people watching your 2-hour podcast?
That's me. 30,000 people.
Of course, bro. I'm going more long tail. I'm going.
But also, you're not sitting there doing, mate. I've done a few dances on TikTok, but you're not sitting there doing dances, bro. You're talking. You're being real. You're getting some fucking good stories out there, and that's the real shit. That's what you want to be waking up. And today, you know what? I woke up. I had my second vaccine jab because I want to travel.
You've been vaxxed?
Yeah,
crazy boy.
Okay, so I had that 3 days ago. Now, man, I'll tell you now, that second one fucks you up, bro. I woke up this morning, and I thought, I got out of bed and I'm like, hold on, wait, my fucking head's on the ground. I'm like, what the fuck? My head's, bro. I woke up.
You were sideways.
Like, no, I was like, fuck. I've said to Frankie Lee, we'll do this. Went and got a coffee, had some water, and I'm like, fuck this, let's go. This is the shit that's making me feel good now, and I feel like it's gonna continue to make me feel like I'm not relying on this to make me feel good, but fuck, man, I'm yet to ask you my next question, which is just gonna, like I've only just met you. We've talked on the phone and shit, but I'm excited, bro.
Yeah, mate, I'm excited for this podcast. Do you know what I'm even more excited about? The fact that you've related when you felt shit about the second dose of vaccine, that getting Frankie boy around has helped you out. So that means, you know what that means, right? That means that when you feel shit because you've had your second vax, turn on my fucking podcast and it'll change your life.
Smash it, bro. And make sure you smash like on this one when you're feeling shit.
Hit that fucking like and subscribe button.
What I want to ask you now, who the fuck are you? Where the fuck are you from? And what the fuck are you doing?
I suppose for the audience to give a little bit of context,
because you've got a Indian accent, so
yeah. Here we go.
Where the fuck are you from?
So yeah, I grew up in a place called Peterborough in the UK, which is like a middle class location in the UK, and obviously life was good. I was taught the typical thing as a young lad from the UK is like go to like get an apprenticeship, leave school, get an apprenticeship, which I became a carpenter. Yeah, work hard, save your money, work private jobs at the weekend in carpentry, save that cash, buy a house. I bought my first property at like 19 years old. I did the typical things like, so by the age of 18, 19, I had the job, I had the sports car on the driveway, I had the penthouse apartment. Yeah. I had the beautiful Italian girlfriend. But I was sat there in my apartment one day, beautiful apartment. So obviously I'm earning maybe like £1,200 a month at this point. Yeah. My mortgage is fucking £585 a month. By the time I've fucking paid my bills, I've got about £300 a month left, right? So I can hardly afford to feed myself, to be totally fucking honest. You got no life. I thought to myself, there's got to be more to fucking life for me than this. This cannot be what life is about. Yeah. Like it has to be something different. And when I went back to my parents and told them I wasn't feeling too fucking good and this, that and the other, and it wasn't really lighting me up, they're like, but this is life. I'm like, nah, I don't think it fucking is.
Can I just jump in there? That's the system, bro.
Yeah.
Like you've just explained the system, and for anyone that's watching this now, like what Frankie's about to get into, it's like fucking take notes and fucking believe in yourself, because that system's a hard cunt of a thing. If you're making $1,000 a week, you're paying for petrol, you're paying for fucking food, you're going to work out and told that called like
£1,200 a month. So to put it into context, that is including me working weekends, right? So that's including like me hanging doors on a weekend on private jobs. That's including this, you know, few £100 a week from working as a carpenter in the UK. Like, if you're in Australia right now, you do not understand how well you're paid. I mean, if you go to work at McDonald's, you're getting $25 an hour in a lot of cases, or $20 an hour. That's like £10. That, like, most skilled men in England don't earn £10 an hour. That's how serious we're talking right now.
Wow.
Like this country that we're in right now, Australia, is the most abundant country with the biggest amount of opportunities for young people to move ahead in their life, to take their life to a whole new level, right? And to be totally honest with you, when I sat there and I thought to myself, fucking hell, like what the fuck do I do with myself? I literally a few weeks later, one of the lads said to me in the gym, do you want to come to Ibiza, right?
So you're about to party?
No. I've never drank, I've never smoked, I've never took drugs ever.
Really?
Seriously, bruv. Like,
You've never drunk alcohol?
I've never drunk alcohol. I've never touched drugs. I've never smoked.
Really?
Yeah, 100%, bro.
What, you don't drink?
I've never drank. I've never drank alcohol. I wouldn't even know what it tastes like, bro. I wouldn't even know what shot. If I had a shot, I'd be fucked.
Well, don't drink that water, bro. It's laced with tequila. We're about to get you real vulnerable.
Okay, let's go.
So why has that happened?
So mate, I just basically growing up as a kid, right? My mum and dad always had alcohol, like wine on the table, like,
yeah, gotcha.
Like, it was always available. My dad had one rule with me. It's simply this. He said to me, Frankie, you can have alcohol if you want alcohol, but you ask me for it. If you don't ask me for it and you take it and you go and do it, we've got a fucking problem. But if you respect me and ask and I let you have a glass or whatever, then that's cool.
Yeah.
Because he framed it in that way, I never really wanted it, bro, because it was like, okay, cool, like, I respect this guy. I ain't gonna fuck with him because he can fight. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've seen him. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna fuck with this guy. So like, because of that respect and because of that inherent respect, it was kind of the thing that I just never wanted to do it, bro. And the more peer pressure I got as a kid, and the more peer pressure I got as an adult trying to get me to drink, the more resolute I was on the fact that I was fucking fundamentally different. And all I had to do as a human being was find out why I was different, and then lean into that, which is what I think I found in Australia. And that's when my whole life changed. Whereas if I did what every other person does, which is like go into the peer pressure, take on the peer pressure, now you're doing something that you don't inherently want to do.
Yeah.
But the problem I find with most people is most people don't give themselves enough time in silence to observe who the fuck they are. So when you're not out there and you're not drinking,
I'm sitting here learning about myself.
You get to see, like, a lot of your life probably, right, has been you drinking to numb yourself, to forget, to move,
to get rid of anxiety, to deal with the circumstances you're about to put yourself in,
to get away from yourself. Essentially, is what I'm saying. A lot of the times that you've drank in life, a lot of the ways that you've acted on the internet, right, have all been because you were trying to figure out, to get away from yourself ultimately, but also figure out who the fuck you are. Yeah. Right? I'm saying that if most people took themselves away from drink, away from alcohol, sat there in silence and just observed their thoughts without judging themselves. Yeah. There's so much fucking power in doing that, but nobody's doing it. Nobody's telling anybody to do it. That's
the hardest thing to do and the strongest thing. You'll become the strongest person doing that, but it's too hard to fucking do for most people.
Well, but it all starts by being willing to sit alone for 5 minutes, by being willing to forgo the fact that you don't want to go to that party because you're peer pressured into going there.
Do you want to come to Luna tomorrow?
Absolutely fucking not, bro. You said to me the other day, didn't you? You said to me, "Are you going to Luna?" And I said, "Bruv, it's not in alignment."
Do you know what I do, bro? I go there sober.
Yeah, but I could go there sober
with a few bags.
I could go there sober, bruv. I've been to fucking thousands of events sober.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't align with where I'm going. I would rather sit there. I think I've got Harley Cannard coming on the podcast over the weekend. I'd rather do a podcast with Harley. And
your vision's that strong right now.
My vision is like how I could impact another 1,000 lives in that 2-hour piece of content, or I could go to Luna Festival, which is not where I want to be, and just go there because I want to be seen on social media. It's not the game, bruv.
Yeah.
It's the wrong metric to trade on. If I start trading on that metric, it just takes me away from
I gotta go against you.
Go on then.
Go there to network, bro.
But you're not going there to network, bruv.
Yes, I fucking am.
No, you're telling yourself that.
Bro, I'm not. Last Lunar Electric, I did not drink. I went there to network.
All right, so
I had Red Bulls.
All right. Okay.
No, I'm being like 100%.
Are you seriously? Are you being serious? Or are you
I'm being like
okay, cool.
Yeah.
If you go in there for that reason and you know what you want to get out of it,
yeah.
But how many people in life actually go into a situation knowing what they want to get out of it?
Not many. Not many.
But wouldn't it be great if? But everybody who wants that clarity can have that clarity.
Yeah.
Right. You just have to want to choose to have that clarity, bro.
Yeah.
You've obviously got that clarity in what you're doing. So how have you got that clarity?
Bro, I've just fucking been around the block.
Yeah, life experience, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like if you asked me that my first fucking video that I posted on YouTube 6 years ago, you'd get a complete different answer and you'd have someone that didn't know where the fuck he was going or what he was doing. But we'll do that on your podcast. We'll get that. That's where a big story of mine starts. So when we chat, we'll chat for that.
We'll chat about it.
But so your vision's that fucking clear. I can feel it, bro. You walk in here and your vision's clear as fuck. You know where you're going. You know what you're about. And
I know who essentially what I do is I know who the fuck I am now.
I hope. No, we don't hope around here. I want to see you like your shit blow up. Like and it's gonna happen. You're a good cunt, and I just want to see it happen. You know what I'm saying? Because you can sit back more. You can, like I'm not saying like you got to upgrade your fucking gear or anything like that, but you can sit back, really analyze what your next moves are with this podcast shit, and fucking attack it in. Like even, bro, I don't like your guests that you're getting on. I got to ask you, paying them?
No.
How the fuck are you getting them on there?
because like I was saying before in this podcast, everybody has a 0.001% skill, a skill that they're better at than any other person in the world, and it comes naturally to them.
So you,
so I believe my skill is in communicating with people at scale, right? Yeah. And as part of being able to communicate with people at scale, I can communicate with high level people and get them to understand how we're gonna do the best podcast they've ever done in their fucking entire life, bro.
Yeah.
It's simple, and I'm so resolute in that I know that whoever I speak to, whoever I want at whatever stage I'm at that time, I know that they're coming on because I won't relent until it fucking happens.
Okay, so we go back to marketing your podcast. These people that you're getting on, man, they're fucking like popping. Some of these people that you've had on there, they've got some big followings. You're posting a photo with them, saying that you've just done a podcast with them.
Yeah.
Are they posting a photo with you, saying that
some of them share it on the stories? Yeah, some of them share it on the stories.
Dude, you probably need that main feed post with them.
Yeah, for sure, bruv. But it's like this is the thing. I don't get these people on because I want to leverage their following. I actually only talk to people on the podcast that I genuinely want to have a conversation with.
But how good would it be if their fan base got to find out how fucking the deeper side of Will Sparks?
The thing,
dude, that guy's. I'm not talking shit. I'm saying he said on your podcast he struggles with posting what he wants to post on his Instagram story. Bro, I'm sitting there replying to his things going, bro, post whatever the fuck you want. Like, you're a sick cunt. You're shredding it. You drop banger beats. But like why is, like, you know what I'm saying? His fans need to see that.
Yeah, and Will's a great fucking guy, man.
Dude, I can't believe the podcast, and I've met him a few times. He's been fucking very nice to me, like being a good dude.
He's such a good dude, bro. But, maybe his management didn't want to post things about the podcast. Maybe Will went so in depth and truthful on where he's at. It doesn't exactly correlate to the Will that you see on social at this moment in time, right? So, and that's not that's not a bad thing. It's like, but that's probably why I'm not going to get a main feed post. And I'm not asking for a main feed post. It was enough. I was just really, really happy that Will got to speak in his total, full, authentic self. Will mentioned on the podcast is like, there's Will Sparks the artist and Will Sparks the person. And I said to him on the podcast openly, I'm like, bruv, there's not. There's one Will Sparks.
It's very
and that's very powerful. It's like, because and people like Will's been doing a lot of work with a breathwork coach with Lino that I see, and he's been doing a lot of work with Mitch, and he's developed even more in himself from the time when I had him on the podcast. So probably a lot's changed in that time period.
Yeah.
And I think over the coming years, someone like will just keep developing, and then one day he will be able to share his full authentic self.
I think the most important thing, and what you're touching on there, the most important thing in this, like, right fucking now, like with all this anxiety, depression, and all this bullshit going on, man, you, as you said, like, there's not two Luke Erwins, bro. There's me right here.
Bro. Exactly.
I can go and post the fucking most messed up shit you want, or I can not post it, mate. Stormy's going off. She's barking like crazy. But, like, these people on social media, bro, and I see it. I see these people that have been in positions. This ain't Will Sparks, bro. Got big respect for that dude.
Mate, I'm not saying I love Will Sparks.
We haven't said. I'm just like so not him. I'm going away from him. Bro, the guy's a legend, but I'd love to see him just really.
I'd love to.
He's training and all that shit. Like, bro, he goes, I want to.
All I want for Will is just. I want to see more of his training. I want to see he loves his like Land Rover Discovery, or not Land Rover Discovery.
He's four-wheel drive.
He loves his 4-wheel driving, and I'd just like to see more of that and more of the behind.
Well, what
I
want to say is the most important thing is that these people on social media, bro, their Instagrams are fucking their world. Bro, take your I remember I used to get people say this to me, what if you didn't have social media tomorrow? Motherfucker, I'll be investing, buying, looking at business moves and shit like that. We can all do that, but hold on, wait. What if you don't have yourself to, like, what if you, like, I've lost my shit. I've lost all of my social medias. I'm the most happiest cunt right now. I know people, and I'll drop it right now. I know people that you fucking know that have lost their Instagrams, and they've bought not only gone into, I'm not pointing fingers at networking things that we know about. I'm talking about buying likes, buying comments to keep their social media presence fucking this and that. Okay. And this is what I don't see.
I'll speak. I want to say something on that.
Yeah.
I want to say something on that I want the audience to understand here. Because while I could sit here and I could judge that, and I from the other side of the coin, I could be like, I feel for, I want to understand how that human being feels on the other side of that.
Oh, they don't feel good. I was that human being.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Bro, I was that.
But this is where it's like, so my answer to the question is, if you are in that position and you feel like you need that external validation, you need these likes, and you put your happiness in likes, comments, and everything else, and all this shit, then you need to pull yourself back and understand that's not a metric that you can ever win by trading off that metric.
Bro, it's been the best thing that I've learned to just like put shit out, bro. I used to put stuff out and I was like, yo, it's got this many views. Like, fuck, what's going on with it and shit? Dude, I feel so good now. Yeah. Bro, I posted a podcast on my main YouTube channel yesterday. Got 2.8k views. The channel's got 370,000 subscribers. Yeah. I'm gonna blow the cunt up. But like, bro, I wake up today and I'm like, yo, what's up? Like, we'll get another. I've filmed a few more episodes, but the best thing I've done is just like step back from that shit, man. I got an Instagram on 36,000 followers. Yeah, sick. I get 2,000 likes. Yo, sick. Like, bro, but you know what?
Can you just understand something for 1 second, bro?
Yeah.
If you took 36,000 fucking people and put them outside this window, that's a fucking lot of people, right? People don't realize how many people 2,000 people in your fucking front living room would be. Yeah. It's not about how many thousands of followers you've got. It's about, who's going to buy the main event? Are these people going to invest their time with you, i.e. listening to you for 2 hours on a fucking podcast?
Yeah.
And are they going to if you ever have a product or a service to sell, have you built enough, trust and authority in the marketplace that you're in to be able to
monetize that
for them to be able to buy into you.
Yeah.
Right. And this is where, mate, I know fucking people with millions of followers, bruv. Like that's no use to them because you completely fucked 7 ways from Sunday because they've got no attachment to them.
Yeah. I've got someone coming on here tomorrow that's like, it's so crazy because the kids, and I'm going to touch on this with him tomorrow, is he's got all these followers. He's spending his own money, like got fucking big followers on TikTok. Yeah. And then it's like, bro, like how are you not monetizing or doing this?
But there's another thing with this monetization thing that I want to touch on. I've never monetized my podcast and I probably won't.
At all?
Never.
Why not?
Never. I've put 100 grand into it, at least 100,000 Australian, at least.
What do you mean?
So on running ads, running campaigns, the equipment set up, my personal time, the production of the episode that I pay for, all that stuff. I give it all away for free, bruv. Because I'm playing long-term games with long-term people. They're the only games you should play in life.
Sometimes you should like look after yourself and monetize.
Bro, I am going to look after myself and monetize when the time is right with the right thing. I'm not just going to monetize with anything, bruv. I'm not here to sell my, look, you got to understand one thing, bruv. I love the art of podcasting. I love the fact that I know I'm helping hundreds and maybe thousands of people, right?
Yeah.
Get their mind right, help them break patterns, flip perspectives in life. I fucking love that. I ain't just gonna fucking release a fucking product just for the sake of monetizing that. It's a short-term hit.
Yeah.
It's a 10-year game to me, bro. When you play in 10-year games,
when you get to 10 years, you're fucking. No, I think it's
you've monetized it before 10 years, but I'm just loving every minute of just being in the process of doing.
Yeah.
And I've got a business, contentremover.com, removes online content for celebrities and brands, right?
Business plug.
Yeah, business plug, but like that's how I generate revenue.
Yeah.
And I take my revenue and I
invest it into what you want to
invest it in what I'm passionate about and what lights me up.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. We need to go back to you going to Ibiza.
Right, okay. So
we got a bit sidetracked, but I hope you took a lot from that fucking little chat.
There's a lot of learnings in this for people if they actually open their ears up to listen to receive it. Do you know what I'm saying?
100%. I just want to get my point out there for people to slow the fuck down. Like I'm talking influencers and people like I just want to see our Instagram people just fucking relax a bit, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we were in Hamilton Island the other week. This chick was just showing us her TikTok the whole time. I'm like, bro, like, what's your name? Like, hello, how are you? Like, oh, yeah. No, I don't care about what brand you work with. Like, good to meet you. Like, you're being well. You're looking after yourself. How's your holiday? Let's fucking all chill out about that shit.
Yeah, well, you are not your followers. At the end of the day, like there's no correlation between you.
Before we need to go to Ibiza.
All right, okay. We got so basically, when I was touching upon back in the podcast, I was touching about the fact that I was at this point in life where I'd done the systematic thing. I'd done the house. I'd done the beautiful Italian girlfriend. I had the fucking sports car on the drive, everything convertible, the lot, right? All good, bit of money in the bank, working few different jobs, working security in nightclubs, all this kind of shit that I didn't want to do just to try and save money. And one of the lads came up to me in the gym, was like, do you want to go Ibiza? And I still had this beautiful Italian girlfriend. She's fucking fire. And I was like, yeah, I'll go Ibiza with you boys. He's like, mate, send me the money. So I sent him the money. In that moment that he asked me to go Ibiza, right, I didn't go, when are we going?
Can we touch on Ibiza?
Yeah.
What's Ibiza to the audience?
So Ibiza's an island off the coast of Spain. It's a party island, right? And it's like a party island you've never seen. Now, I'm not a big partier, but in those days, I just used to take some Jack 3D pre-workout, go clubbing. Do you know what I mean? Like that's
on the pre-workies and go clubbing?
On the pre-workout, go clubbing because I didn't drink, I didn't do drugs, I needed something to get me going, and Jack 3D was the absolute.
Few lines of Jack 3D and you're fucking sending.
Two scoops of Jack 3D and a fucking bottle of water, mate. I would outdance any cunt. Like seriously,
wow,
bruv, it was mad. But anyway, going back to the story, I get back home I said to Angela, I'm like, look, Josh said to me in the gym today, like, about Ibiza. She's like, oh, when you going? I'm thinking to myself, fuck, I don't even know. I don't know when it is. I've paid fucking this 500 notes for this holiday. I don't know when it is. I don't know how long I'm going for. So I ring Josh up. I'm like, Josh, how long's the holiday when we going, right? This was the fucking Tuesday. He goes, oh, we're going on Friday, right?
Yeah,
now,
spontaneous.
Italian girlfriend, right? You tell her that not only are you going on Friday, I said, how long are we going for? He goes, 7 days. So I'm in Ibiza for a week.
Yeah.
I spent the next fucking 3 days negotiating leave with this Italian girl, right? Because she was... So I negotiated this leave with this Italian girl, right? Angela Schiavone, if you're watching. Anyway, right?
What was quick little rundown on it? What was the deal?
Right. So anyway, right? So for the next 3 days, I negotiated this to go to Ibiza. I said, yeah, I'm going for 7 days. I'll be back. Yeah, she says, I'll pick you up from the airport. Thought, sweet.
You got to wear a chastity belt.
That's all. And I was locally, I was a guy that was known by a lot of people, bruv, and there was a lot going on, and everything was good, and I was quite a popular guy, and everything was happening, right? Anyway, we get to Stansted, we fly to Ibiza, we landed Ibiza, we're there, blah, blah, blah. It's fucking unbelievable. I'd never been to a place that had so much temptation in terms of like females. Like there was more sauce than fucking Nando's in fucking Ibiza, right? Honestly, I was having to go home early. I was like getting to Amnesia at like fucking 11 o'clock at night, which is like one of the biggest nightclubs in the island, 6,000 people. I was, a couple of scoops of Jack 3D. I'd have to leave at 2 a.m. because there was that much temptation in that nightclub for me, bro. Like there's that much sauce. So what I'd do is I'd go home early from this nightclub, bearing in mind on holiday. I'd be ringing her on the taxi home, like, yeah, babe, I miss you.
Making sure you're all good.
Trying to check everything's good, yeah. And then I'd be getting my sweatsuit on and I'd be going for a fucking run because I've just had pre-workout. Bro.
Oh, so you...
so I couldn't go to sleep. I was fucked, right? So I was running around fucking Ibiza Island, all these fucking rare places. I've been to abandoned nightclubs while I'm fucking running, yeah?
Yeah.
Anyway, we get to day 6. I'm thinking, fucking one more day. I've just got to do one more day. I've just got to survive one more day.
Were you over it?
Nah, I was just looking a bit like gay to these chicks because they were like coming on.
So you're just behaving yourself.
Because they were coming on to me, and I'd been like Jack the Lad, and I was all like, and then when it comes down to the business, it's like I can't do fuck all. Like, do you know what I mean? Look a bit of a pussy hole, don't you?
Yeah.
So anyway, fucking, I denied myself so many opportunities by this point. I'm like, I need to go home. Because
this is boring. I can see Frankie Lee just ripping off his jocks. Day 7 just starts swinging it around.
Honestly, I was like, fuck, man. I fucking. It's just.
Did you cheat?
No. So anyway, I rings her up on day 6. I'm like, this, don't worry, it's 24 hours. I'll be home. Pick me up at the airport, Stansted. We get there at 1 a.m. Cool. Blah 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 blah. So anyway, right. I get day 7 comes round, bruv. I'm thinking, I've already checked with the guy at the hotel reception. You got to leave the room by 10 a.m. Blah, blah, blah. Sweet as a nut. I packed my suitcase. I'm fucking hyped. I'm going home. And I'm thinking, fuck, I can't wait to see this Italian girl. I'm going to absolutely annihilate you. Yeah. It's been an absolute week of hell for me. Like, fuck, you think I'm having fun on this jet ski? Absolutely fucking not. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was ridiculous. So anyway, right, I'm there. I'm packed. I'm sat outside the room. My mate's brother, John, my mate Josh's brother comes out, John. I'm like, John, you ready for home? He's like, home? I was like, yeah, bruv, we're going home. He's like, nah, bruv, nah.
Really?
I went, fuck off, bruv. I thought you said, Josh said 7 days. Yeah. So I said, Josh, how long are we here for? He goes, 9 days. I said, fuck off, bruv. He goes, so I ring Angela up. She's fucking fuming, bruv. You can imagine, she's fucking smashed. She's in my apartment, bruv. So she is fucking cutting my clothes up or some random shit. I don't know what she's doing. No, I don't know. Just imagine it. I'm just
she's not happy.
Oh, she's not fucking happy, bruv. So she was fucking going off me. I'm like, don't worry, 2 more days. Yeah. 2 more days of hell comes around. Again, I pack up. We were there for 11 fucking days, bro. These boys had lied to me twice, yeah.
Really?
So I get to Stansted Airport after 11 days, bro. Obviously, she's not at the fucking airport, so I had to get a lift home with my mate.
Yeah.
So we get home. So I walk into my apartment on a Saturday. I fake out. She comes round on a Sunday, bruv, and I'm thinking,
bashes the fuck out of you.
I'm thinking, surely I can get, you know, with the communication skills that I have here. All right, I poorly communicated this holiday, but surely I can get around this, right?
Yeah.
Bro, she broke up with me on my own leather couch. And I tell you now, I cried like a motherfucker, bro. She broke my fucking heart.
So you were 19 at this time?
No, I wasn't 19. This was like 25 years old. She broke up with me.
Oh, really? So this is this was
2013. So I would have been 24, right?
Yeah.
Then I saved so it's literally in that moment. Yeah, she just broke up with me. I did generally cry because I love this chick. Right? I love this chick. Not only that, I'd missed out on so many threesomes over
fucking hell, bro.
over the 11 days. I'm like, fucking hell.
Fuck this.
Is this what love does to you? But don't worry, we caught up. But anyway,
yeah, nice.
Anyway, right. So
in Australia, caught up.
No. Way before Australia, bro.
Oh, no.
Anyway, right. So literally, I sat there for an hour, 2 hours, licking me wounds, feeling fucking shit about myself.
Yeah.
And then I gives me a mum a call. I said, Mum, I've broken up with Angela. I said, I just want to tell you, I'm moving home with you, this, that, and the other. Like, she's like, what, you fucking what? Basically, bruv, in a week, I rented out my apartment. I decided I was moving to Australia in a year from that day. And I decided I was going to do as much as I could for that moment to save as much cash as I could to do it. So I went working my carpentry job. I went working security. I went hanging doors, all this stuff. And mate, I just saved for that whole year, and I just went all in on a one-way ticket with Australia. Malaysian Airlines.
Yeah.
To Australia, bruv. And that was literally, if I hadn't have broken up with her, I reckon I would have been married and probably had a kid with her or something by now. Like, it's just completely changed my whole life. Because I know it sounds stupid to a lot of Australians that might watch this, but in England, I used to come home from training and Neighbours used to be on the TV, right? So imagine you come home from...
we know Neighbours.
Yes.
Is Neighbours Pommy over there or Australian Neighbours?
Australian Neighbours. And honestly, the first time I saw Holly Valance, I was like, you're fucking joking, bruv. Like,
who's that?
That's like...
the Neighbours hot chick?
She's so fucking hot. Honestly, she captivated me. I was like, I need to go to Australia. Like, this is the game.
So you've moved for Neighbours.
so
it's a good thumbnail and title. Move to Australia for Neighbours.
So like, honestly, that Holly Volkanoff, whatever her name is, Volky chicken.
Land in the DMs.
Nah, bro, she's in America now. Holly Candy, I think her name is. But
he'll be moving to America.
I'll be there soon. Don't you worry. Her husband's a billionaire. But honestly, like that's one of the things that convinced me to come to Australia, bro.
Wow. So you went through a breakup. The
breakup, bro.
And then the Neighbours girl just go, fuck this, I'm going to Australia.
I thought to myself, I'd always wanted to go to Australia because I'd seen like programs in England that came up all the time was like Bondi Rescue. I was like,
bullshit.
Fuck. Yeah.
What, is that popping off in the
Bondi
UK?
I used to watch Bondi Rescue at home in the sun. Like,
I don't know that one, but
it's like an English TV program where people come and they move to Australia and change their life and all this stuff. So there was Home in the Sun, there was Neighbours, there was Home and Away, and there was fucking Bondi Rescue. Bondi Rescue, I used to think, fuck, I could see myself as a lifeguard. Like, yeah. I reckon I'll be a good little lifeguard.
Going running next to Maxi.
So here's the thing, right? I'd built up Bondi Beach to be this massive fucking thing to me, right? So I'm fucking hyped. So imagine this, I get to Australia, my first time in Sydney, right? I think I'm going Bondi Beach.
Did you move to Sydney or Gold Coast?
No. I moved straight to the Gold Coast, bro. I was in Brisbane a week, then I came to the Gold Coast. But imagine this: after a few months, I started traveling around with a bit of work here, doing a bit of shop fitting, earning a bit of cash.
Yeah,
mate, I was so fucking hyped. I had built up Bondi Beach to be this unbelievable fucking place in my head, bro, because I had watched. I had watched.
Bro, we just moved from Bondi. We were on the.
Really?
In Bondi.
I'd watched 9 seasons of fucking Bondi Rescue, bro. I was so fucking ready to fucking do the, you know, that fucking.
Yeah.
I was just so hyped. I was so fucking. Honestly, I turned up there after being in the Gold Coast and I was like, fuck, this beach is a car park, bro.
Yeah,
it's just literally a car park.
Sydney's fucked.
It's just mate. Honestly, it was the biggest anticlimax since I met Kylie Minogue on the beach. That was an anticlimax too. I met Kylie Minogue in Mermaid Beach.
You didn't climb it? No.
Mate, honestly, I was so disappointed. Again, that was another thing. I'd built up this pinnacle event that if I ever met Kylie Minogue, it'd be this fantastic thing. And when I met Kylie Minogue, I thought, fucking hell, like, you've let yourself real go. Like, you could have waited.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just horrendous thing.
But that's a real thing as well about, like, just people are people. We're all here just cruising. That's what I learned, just, though. You know, like, and the same as like climbing these fucking mountains of followers or money. You can make $1 million and you get to it and you go, oh yeah, nah, like, you know, where's the next fucking, what do I need to do? I can buy a house. It's all the fucking same shit, bro. Let's float and win in life and do our own things.
The moral of all them stories is what I'm essentially trying to put across to you all is that we all build up these things in our life to be this massive event that we reach, and when we get there we're always disappointed with the event. And that's why your whole life should be in the pursuit of just doing the next rep on something that feels purposeful to you, and not putting your happiness in a final destination event.
Yeah.
So all the things that I've spoken about, they're all like future based things where I've put my happiness into things when I get there I will be happy. Right? And every time I've reached those events in life, I've never been fulfilled.
Yeah.
The reason there was no fulfillment is because I should have put my happiness in the purpose of doing the reps and just enjoying every rep.
Just have fun.
For argument's sake, when I am here with you doing this podcast for your YouTube channel, yeah, I'm fully fucking present in this conversation in this moment right now. Yeah. I'm not thinking about what I'm doing in 3 hours time, and I'm not thinking about what I did this morning. I'm fully present. And if all you got, for all the jokes and for all the bullshit that me and Luke are going to talk throughout this podcast, it's like, if you just put yourself in a position where you're fully present with yourself at all times, or try and be as close to present as you can, that will change your life if you did nothing else. Yeah. Simple as that.
Bro, and that's what, it's deep, because I'm fully aware that I need to, like what you've just said, I'm working on it, but I need to do it.
Yeah, but
this podcast ain't about me, but I just want to be vulnerable and just say, yo, like, that's a fucking, like, anxiety. Anxiety is such, I don't know if it's too much anxiety or ADHD for me, but like you just saying you're fully present in this conversation.
Yeah.
Me too, bro. Like, I'm that invested right now and I'm fucking excited, but also like, once I walk away from this table, it's like I'm 10 steps ahead in my mind of where I'm at all the time. Yeah. And I struggle with that. And I've recently been just slowing down, you know, like if there's drama around me, I need to fucking, you know, like get that away. I need to, oh, something's going, I need to just chill and just relax.
Here's the thing though, for the audience that are watching this, it's like, if anything triggers you or anything gets you a little bit of anxiety, that shows you a pattern within yourself that you need to go and work on. Because if you looked at me today and I annoyed you, right? There's something about me that annoys you.
What, right now?
You're like, no, just
imagine that. Just you annoy me, bro.
But just no, just better.
Nah, you're a sick cunt. This is the first time we've met.
Serious fucking point though. Serious point, because this will help them, right? If you get triggered by certain things, that is showing you something within yourself that you need to fix. Now, how most people frame it is they either frame it as that is someone else's problem, and they put it onto someone else as it's their problem. So they give away ownership of their own shit to someone else. So that disempowers you as a human. So that's the first thing they do.
Mate, I'm learning Oi, Flynn, you're looking at me like this. Luke's fucking learning and this cunt needs to take his advice.
No, but the thing is, though, it's all about perspective, bro. Like you can learn so much if you understand that if you just frame it like this, everything that triggers you or everything you see in someone else you don't like is a reflection on how you feel about yourself. And by accepting that, and by accepting the fact that you are going to get triggered, and just looking at it from the perspective like, thank you for showing me something about myself that I can work on. Yeah. That is all you have to fucking do. That will level up every one of your lives of watching this that gets triggered by something in your life. And I promise you that it will empower you. If you take responsibility for everything that happens in your life, the good, the bad, and the grey in between, everything that fucking happens to you, you cannot do anything else but be empowered and be free. And that's what frees everybody. Simple as that.
Bro, that's deep and real. That's crazy. I forgot what you said. No, I'm joking. No, bro, that's very.
It's the realest shit that anyone's going to hear on this podcast. I tell you straight now, because I actually fucking care about all the people that take the time out to watch this. I was
sitting there slowing down, going, "Is this cunt fucking saying that I'm? Is this about me?" Because it felt about. No, really, bro. I'm working on myself, and your mind is like up here. My mind's like growing a lot. And I need to slow the fuck down. And like what you just said, I felt like I was in a counselling session. And I needed that. I'm taking that shit away from this, and use fucking people behind there. Take that away.
What are you struggling with most at the moment,
bro? Like I'll be complete. This ain't my podcast. This ain't about anxiety, man.
Right, okay. Can I reframe anxiety for you? And I want to reframe anxiety for you, and I want to reframe it for the audience. Anxiety. The word anxiety. Let me just do this for you because it's value, bruv, and I'm dropping value on their ears. It's obviously we're meant to talk about it because we're talking about it.
We're gonna talk,
right?
Yeah.
Anxiety is all it means. Anxiety to you guys and to you has been framed as if something's wrong with you. Anxiety, in essence, means that you're excited. So it's excitement in terms of what you've got coming up. And if you frame it as you're excited rather than looking at it as you're anxious, right? If you just frame it in that different light, it will change your fucking life. That's why I'm telling you this.
Dude,
on
I'm
this podcast.
so excited all the time. Man.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Well, I've got. I'm excited, cunt. I'm sitting here like,
and also, bruv, right? You took on a label as a child, the same label that I took on.
The horny child.
No. Bear with me. Be serious one moment. Yeah, right. Bear with me, bruv. ADHD. No. Because this is really important that they get this right. I was labelled ADHD. You were labelled ADHD.
Yeah.
When you start,
I'm on pills for it now.
Yeah. And then Ritalin. Then they start to tell you that you are your label. They teach you through life that you are this label. So then what happens in life is you go through life. I've been through this, and you start going, I can't do this. I can't concentrate because I have ADHD. I can't do this because I've got ADHD. You start using the label that society's given you that doesn't even exist. And all ADHD means in essence is you have a fucking personality. That's what ADHD means. You have a fucking personality, right? But you've took this label that someone's given you as a kid, and you've ran with it, and you've used it as an excuse. And you've used it as an excuse to slow down your fucking growth. Now, I don't give a fuck, right? Like I'm telling you,
Frankie don't give a fuck.
No, because you need to hear this, bruv. Because
I'm excited and I'm fucking using excuses.
because at the end of the day, I came here to obviously fucking...
Where the fuck's the aircon?
but I obviously came here for a reason to tell you that. So I'm glad I told you that.
Thanks, brother.
I'll give you your podcast back now. But I'm just saying, bro.
Bro. Take the podcast. I had
to tell you.
Bro, honestly, what you're saying, and we're going to get into that more. We're going to chat exactly. I want to know about that shit.
Yeah.
So you've come to Australia.
Yeah.
To find the neighbour's girl. She moved to America with a billionaire.
Yeah.
Now, no, honestly, what have you done? Can we just quickly touch on it? Were you doing any recreational or like what were you doing in England? Like, were you doing any of the boxing shit or?
So essentially, I went through my early lives, through my formative years, and I found boxing as a way to deal with that label that we just talked about. And what boxing did for, I found out that boxing wasn't my 0.001% skill.
Yeah.
Right. And when I found out that maybe the art of boxing wasn't my 0.01% skill, I thought I can still do something in boxing. So I became one of the youngest professional boxing trainers to ever get licensed at the particular time, before Ben Davison got licensed with Tyson Fury and then took Tyson Fury in for a world title.
Wow.
So not only did I become the youngest professional boxing trainer to ever get licensed at that time, but at the time as well, back in Brisbane in 2017, December, me and Frank Greaves took Gary Cochran in against Jeff Horn for the world title.
Yeah.
For boxing, right?
Was that before Manny Pacquiao or
no? That was the fight after Jeff Horn had beat Manny Pacquiao, which I was ringside for, and no way did Jeff Horn beat Manny Pacquiao. Let me just tell you that on the camera.
Yeah.
There's not a chance. He didn't fucking hit him. Right, he headbutted him. Anyway, right. So this was a massive. This was a pivotal point in my life, which allowed me to truly find. Basically, what had happened was, I'd gone through my whole life turning up to the world how I thought the world wanted to see me. What I realised when Michael Buffer was introducing Jeff Horn, Gary Cochran, and our names as trainers, and I'd built up this big event in my life to work, I realised that the only reason I'd wanted to be a professional boxing trainer was to prove other people wrong, right? And to prove a point to other people.
That's not healthy.
Right? No, it's not. And the one thing that came out of that for me was like, a lot of people are out there building their lives how they think the world wants to see them, rather than leaning into who they really are. Yeah. So when you see me today on here, or you listen to me on my podcast, or whatever you do, right, or whether you never listen to me again, you're seeing the full authentic version of Frankie that day now. Yeah. You're not seeing, I don't give a fuck how anyone else wants me to turn up, or how I think anyone else wants to turn up. I just turn up as myself. Yeah. It's very,
that's you being real to yourself.
I'm being real to myself. Up until December 2013, the version of Frankie that the world saw was the version that I thought the world wanted to see, not the true me.
You were in competition with other people.
I was in
You were in competition with your mind to impress other people and the world.
I was like, this girl wants to see me like this, or this type of girl wants to see me like this, so I'll turn up like this.
Fuck
this type of sports person wants to see me like this, and that unauthentic. No, I wasn't meaning to be like that. It's just the system I was in, and the way that I'd been brought through, and the way my mind was. I'd gone through life always trying to prove a point, and I'm happy to go into this, right? But
whatever you want to talk about,
I'll be vulnerable with this is how it all started, and it starts.
Do you want to chat about
Yeah. So I think this is going to help the audience. So I'm going to be raw and honest with them, right? When I was a kid, right, I had a disconnection with.
1 second, I know you're getting deep, but shit. I just need to. I wanted to use. All right, sorry, bro.
No. I'll go in deep into this conversation, mate.
Let's go.
So when I was a kid, I felt a disconnection with my mum, right?
Yeah.
Right, and these disconnections that I felt with my mum and to my mother transpired through all my relationships with women, and transpired with me always wanting to prove a point. That is why I tell people on this podcast that anything that shows you triggers in your mind, you should lean into and fully explore how you can box that shit off.
So accept it and work on it and build.
Not just accepting it. Accept it for what it is without judgment of yourself, but also lean into exploring things that open your mindset, like meditation, breath work, stuff like that allows you to go back in and see things from a different perspective. Like, a lot of the inherent things that I felt I had to prove to people were embedded in me before I was 8 years old, right? From growing up, from my childhood. So what I had to go back to those events where I felt this way with my mum and all this kind of stuff, and go back and look at things with a different perspective than I looked at it then.
Yeah.
So to give people a bit of context is, like, I always felt like I had to prove something because I was trying to seek love from my mum, because at the time when I was a kid, I thought my mum loved my sister more than me, right? This is a classic thing that a lot of men go through, right? That will never talk about it on a podcast, right? Just bear with me one second.
I'm listening.
Just bear with me, right?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of growth in this for them on the other side of listening to this, right? So, of course, you go through all the proving ground. When I went back, right, in adult life, so about 30 years old, I really started to focus on my self-development and really started to look inward, right? So breath work, all this kind of stuff came along later, but I really started to try and figure out who the fuck Frankie Lee was, right? When I started to go back and look at things with a different perspective, Luke, I realized that the reason why my mum was like that is because my mum had a child before she had me that died of a disability, right? So you imagine now, right? And we are all energy, brother. And I'm not going to go woo-woo with it, but as humans, we're all energy, and energy gets transmuted from one person to another. So if I come in here hyped, you're hyped. If I come in here down and depressed, there's a good chance you're going to be, right?
Yeah.
So everything gets transmuted through you, right? So essentially, what my mum was feeling fear because she didn't know whether this kid was going to live or die. So she's distant with him. I'm the kid.
You're the kid.
I'm the kid, right?
Yeah.
So this is some heavy shit that I've had to come to terms with. Now, do you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of that. So many people that listen to this, whether they laugh, whether they take the piss, whatever. But so many of you out there are probably living within patterns of your childhood, right?
Childhood trauma.
You might have had resentment with your mum. You might have had resentment with your dad. You might have had a fucking whatever happened with your uncle. I don't know what you're going through, but we've all got some trauma in our lives that we've got to go and we've got to take it out and deal with it. The way that you deal with it is by looking inward, and the way that you look inward, the way that I've used to look inward, and the way that's helped me grow my life and take me to the position I'm in now, and going to take me beyond that, is breath work, meditation, and journaling and stuff like that. That sounds fucking boring probably to your listeners, but
no. Have you done also when you just said that psychologist or no?
Yeah, I've been to a psychologist. I went to psychologist for 10 sessions, but psychologist wasn't a key mover for me.
Yeah,
because it was more doing the work from a point of view where you look inward. So breath work, for argument's sake, has been the most powerful thing for me.
Really?
Work. Yeah, 100%, bro. Because when you're first born, and the first thing you do is you breathe, right? And you're going back to the breath is always going back to reset. So if you're willing to and open to looking inward and who you are as a human, and you want more out of life, then you should always go back to breath to find it.
Wow. And when did you start your breath work?
I started going into breath work probably about
recently,
4 or 5 months ago. Yeah. But this was I've just been looking more and more inward, and then that led me to breath work. I didn't just find breath work, but I just kind of felt like, we've had a bit of banter on this podcast. We've done a bit of all that razzmatazz, but I just this is real talk. Yeah.
Yeah. I respect that.
I was a kid that didn't feel loved by his mum, and as a result, that affected every relationship I ever had with a woman. Going from that point, it affected every relationship I had with a lot of other people in my life. Yeah.
And yourself.
And the relationship I had with myself, more importantly. Yeah. It could be that you're having it with your dad. It could be you're having it with your mum. You could be having it with your family members. You could be having it with a child you've had. I don't know what's going on in your personal life. All I know is that if you want to learn more about yourself and you're ready for it, go and find someone to give you more access to breath and learn more about breath work and the power of breath work. You'll find that every top entrepreneur in the world, anyone that's doing anything in business, mindset, it's all about mindset.
Can you link me
I'll link you to that.
To start the thing, and we'll chuck that down below.
Yeah, for sure, man. But it might sound a bit woo-woo to you guys, but
it doesn't. But what the thing is you've got to start somewhere, and even if they don't start doing breath work, or they're just listening to some entrepreneurs or mindset people that are fucking, it all helps, I've heard so much about the breath work.
Yeah,
I need to I need to slow down and do that shit,
bro. That is the next stage for you.
Yeah,
because I don't know whether this is the truth. I think you've probably been through some stuff in your childhood that's representing right now.
Right, great. And wait till you hear the story.
Yeah, we'll go into it. But bro, you got to be, you're a man that's doing bits, and you're someone who wants more for themselves. And any of these guys out there that want more for themselves, the way that you obtain more for yourself right now is by going inwards, not looking for validation in external things. You can buy as many Louis Vuitton handbags as you like. You can buy your fucking Gucci shoes, and you can go and get the most attractive girlfriend that you want to get, right? It doesn't matter a shit if you're not happy within yourself. And happiness starts within. Look within first. Simple as that.
You could have all that bullshit and wake up in the morning and you go and look in the mirror and it's not fucking good,
mate. Mate, honestly, it's seriously the only game in town. Inward. Yeah. That's why I share my vulnerabilities as a man that I've been through.
I can't wait to chat on your podcast.
Bro, you'll go on my podcast. That people will see you in a totally different light than what they've ever seen you. Because
but I want that. I was talking to my older brother. He's downstairs. I want to express the real fucking proper shit
That's
that
growth,
I am, man.
Yeah.
Like I could say to you right now, look at me and we can chat, you know. We can do, man, I can put on a show. I can fucking be the most craziest cunt in the room or the most anxious cunt, whatever you want to say.
Yeah. Excited.
There's been
anxious.
Excited. There's been days where I've been too excited to eat. To be too excited to even go to a drive-through. Let's say my mind's been this week where it's like everyone's away. Let's say everyone's out of the house. I freak the fuck out. I'm like, what's going on? Bro, no food in the house because like we always order Uber Eats. Dude, my anxiety freaks me the fuck out to even order Uber or drive through a drive-through to get food.
Let me ask you a question. You know when you reframe that word to excitement.
Well, now I have. I've never said that before.
But when you say it, how do you feel in your mind? Different, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm serious, bro. This is important.
But is there bad excitement?
No, bruv. No, because okay, you got two choices in life. You either frame things in a way that disempowers you as a human, or you frame things in a way that empowers you to move forward.
But I got to say, you're very in touch with yourself, woke, and fucking been studying this shit for a while. Let's just say the viewer that has just realised that he wants to change his mind, him or her wants to change their mind or their mindset or wants to grow.
Yeah.
You saying that, it's like Andy Vasilla. It's like, cunt.
Yeah.
Excitement. It's like, no, hold on, wait. There's people with anxiety, bro. Yeah. And I'm not trying to use it as an excuse that will struggle to understand how you're just like, it's excitement. I'm not excited. I can't leave my house.
Understand it. It might trigger a few of you. It might trigger a few of you that have taken on the label society's given you. Yeah. But you have to understand why I'm telling you this. I'm telling you this fundamentally because any label that society will give you will not empower you to move forward in your fucking life. Yeah. So if I sit here and go, yeah, anxiety does exist. Yes, it exists. But if you reframe it as excitement, which is what anxiety actually fucking is, then you feel better neurologically in your mind than you feel if you frame it as anxiety, because like, you're taught since the day you can fucking talk that anxiety is a bad thing to have. Yeah. That when you've got anxiety, you've got a problem. You haven't got a problem. You're just excited.
Yeah.
You haven't got it's personality. We all have different personalities. Some have more excitement than others, some have less. You don't have to take it on as this burden, right?
Some cunts are getting kicked out of school because they've got ADHD. They're getting kicked out of class, but like it's
personality.
They're creative and they're all the mate, it's crazy. Like you look at all the successful people, most of them are illiterate, like can't read or write.
Yeah.
Fucking I can't do the shit. I can't fucking focus for too long, dude. We've been going for 1 hour and 7. That's a good buy.
You've been telling yourself for years that because this label that you're taught means you've got a deficit disorder, right? Which is you haven't got a disorder, you've got a personality. This is why I'm telling people to fucking frame these words differently.
Yeah.
Because the framing of the word is what changes the chemical balance in your brain.
Yeah.
Simple as that, right? So you've been taught that you have a disorder. And now you think that you can't concentrate because it's disorder, bro. You've been going for how long does it sound that?
Yeah, 107.
Right, you've been fine, bro.
Bit of monetization getting around.
You've been in the game.
This is my favorite podcast I've ever done. Like hands down. Like I feel like this podcast and why I wanted to get you on here as well is because you're very comfortable with in front of the camera. Like I'm comfortable in front of the camera, but sitting and chatting and being one-on-one with someone, bro, I lose my train of thought and all that shit. But getting you on here, man, it's fucking been the best move, and this is the best podcast I've ever been involved in. So
I appreciate it.
I'm excited to see where this channel goes and your channel goes, and we build and grow and network.
Bro, this is what it's all about. But more than it's not. I didn't come here for like one. I came here to have a good conversation with you. Yeah, I come here to have a good conversation with you, and first and foremost, you have to serve yourself. I only have conversations with people I actually want to have conversations with.
Yeah,
right?
fuck yeah.
I couldn't give a fuck who the fuck you are. If I don't like you, or I don't think there's any value in the conversation for those people out there, I ain't having the conversation because I've got better shit to do.
Yeah.
Same with you, right?
Yeah.
But I just believe that this conversation that we've had today, because we've touched on so many points that so many other young lads, young girls out there that listen to you, that have used your content because you've entertained them at certain points in their life when they've felt a little bit down or a little bit depressed or they've been through a lockdown, this, that, and the other. This gives them another side, not only to you and you being able to receive information, but it also gives them an insight into the fact of how they can break patterns and flip perspectives in their own life where they need to. And that's a powerful thing, bro. You've got a powerful platform. It's a powerful thing to do. So fucking credit to you, bro.
Excited to see where it goes. Now let's go. Like, so you've come to Australia. You've done a bit of the boxing stuff. But where's the next stop? Or are you done with chatting?
No. So essentially, I came to Australia as a carpenter and joiner. I got residency as a carpenter and joiner, but I knew my life wasn't about carpentry and joinery. I always knew there was more for me than that. And after I did carpentry, joinery, and I worked the 12, 13-hour days in shop fitting all around Australia, fitting out Louis Vuittons, Zara's, all these kind of stores, Gucci's, Givenchy's, all that shit. Once I'd fitted out all these stores and earned a good amount of cash, I realised that I've got a certain amount of cash in the bank, but I've got no friends because I've never been in one place long enough.
Yeah.
And not only that, it's not really serving me. So I decided that I'd set up a boxing gym. So I set up a little boxing gym, just a double garage unit, ran that for a year. Through doing the one-to-one clients and doing boxing.
What year is this?
This is like 2017, 18.
Through doing the boxing training one-to-one, I met probably what would be classed as like a first guy that took me under his wing to mentor me.
Yeah.
And he said to me, look, Frankie, you think different to a lot of other people, but you're not reading books. You've got to start reading books. Read Think and Grow Rich. Read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Read. Just start reading, bruv. Read these books. He gave me like 4 or 5 books, and I started reading, and I started to think, fuck, I need to get into sales. Because if I can start using my communication skills to sell stuff, I can get more money. And if I can get more money, I can start making moves, because I wanted to do investments, I wanted to do this, I wanted to do that. So essentially what I did was I got a job in sales. I started selling. The first sales job I had, I got fucking sacked in a week because
what was it?
It was just a job at Surf Pacific in Southport.
Yeah.
And just wasn't.
Why'd you get sacked?
I just think that I'm very good naturally talking to people, but I'm not very good at reading scripts, right? Yeah, and I can't come here and script a podcast with you. If you say we're doing a question and answer podcast, I interested, bro.
Yeah.
I want a natural conversation because that's how I communicate. And the guy that was teaching me was like, you got to stick to the script. And I was like, well, I reckon I could sell more shit if I just fucking speak from the heart and speak the truth.
They don't like that.
And they don't like that. So I got sacked from that job. I got another sales job, and I became top salesman in that role inside. And I'm talking about, I was out selling 6 to 8 other people, every single one of them. I outsold all of them, right? Within 3 months, I'd done 150 grand in sales, selling reputation management, which you can't even fucking see. And I'd sold some of the biggest clients in Australia at that time. It was mad. But then I realized I'd sold like 150 grand's worth of stuff, and after tax, I'd clipped about 16 grand, right?
Yeah.
I thought to myself, fuck me. So I've learned these skills. I'm thankful for learning these skills. But now I've got these skills, and I'm like, well, fuck. I've still got no cash.
Yeah.
I'd have actually earned more money shop fitting.
Yeah.
Because I was on about 5, 6, 7, 8 grand a week shop fitting. Hated it. But now I'm doing this job. I've worked for 3 months. I've earned 16 grand. I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? So essentially then what it was, I noticed that a lot of the clients that I was dealing with, and we were outranking content and doing all this stuff, but a lot of the clients wanted to remove content. So I just typed in content removal to GoDaddy, and the name came up. It was available. So I bought contentremoval.com, paid about $650 for it US. So I thought that name's worth more anyway, so it's a good investment.
Good investment, right? For when someone wants to buy it.
So that's a good investment.
Do you still own the name?
I still own.
Or you fucking sold it?
No, I own the name. I own.
How
the
much is it?
I reckon it's worth 50 to 100 grand easy all day long.
Is it on domain for that much?
No, because I've still got a business attached to it.
Fuck, put it up for sale, bro.
Because content removal is my business. So I thought, well, if I can remove content for these big online brands and big.
What year is this that you've established this?
This is now 2017-18.
So you're still like in that, yeah.
I'm still in that early stage.
And you've been doing this for a while. So you're still doing this.
Yeah, so I'm still looking after online brands and celebrities now, removing online content. I've looked after governments, bro. I've removed content for the internet for every man and his dog you can imagine, bro. Like we're not going to talk about names. I'm not going to do that.
But is that your business? That's your...
That is how I've made money. That is how I've made money. That's why I don't monetize the podcast, because the podcast is what I want to lean into and my passion and this, that, and the other. But to go back and to touch on this story and to get to show people a little bit of an insight, I took on a business. I set up a content removal agency. I set up a one-page website, bought contentremoval.com, and can I just tell you, I didn't have a fucking clue how to remove online content. Right? Not a fucking clue. Do you know the first deal I did in content removal? The first fucking deal I signed was I signed one of the biggest celebrities in Australia. I won't name her, right? But I signed one of the biggest celebrities for 132,000 Australian dollars a year. Right?
Can I have a guess?
On the retainer. No. We're not going there. Fuck. But we
Can you tell me after?
But yeah, after. But so I signed her for 132 grand, right? On a contract 3 weeks after starting the business, with no idea how to remove content. But one thing I was resolute about, when I signed this deal, right? I'm going to become the best at this that anyone's ever seen. I'm going to become, and so what I did was I took on a load of revenge porn that girls were being targeted with in Australia.
That's big now.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I started to help girls remove revenge porn for free to learn. And then I implemented those skills into my business, and I served this client at a high level. And then it all spiraled, and I started to get this celebrity and that celebrity and this stuff, boom, 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 boom. And then all of a sudden I got 5 to 10 clients paying me decent cash. I'm like, sweet, cool. Now I've got a business. Boom, done. And that's how I built it. Just complete chancer, mate. Complete chancer. Absolute chancer.
Do you know how to remove content now?
Mate,
I see you doing it.
Bro, I've removed content for loads of big OnlyFans people like yourself.
Yeah,
right?
Fuck yeah.
It's just you're too tight to pay me.
No, not too tight to pay you, bro. I want all my shit out there.
No,
I'm not a pussy.
This is where the OnlyFans community get it wrong, right? This is how you should do it, right? Essentially, what you should do is you should leak content.
Yeah.
Leak content. You get an influx of subscribers because your content's leaked.
And then remove it.
Then remove it. Then leak some more. Then remove it. Then leak some more. Not do what every other OnlyFans person does, which is like leak. Now you've got a Reddit that's full of fucking premium content that any fucker can access. Are you off your fucking mind? Like, and they go to me, oh yeah, but it gets me more subscribers. I'm like, you fucking can't have no idea.
Yeah.
Because I've worked with some of the biggest people in this fucking space in America, bruv. And I'm telling you, they don't fucking, they remove it. They leak it. They remove it. They leak it. They remove it. It's a good business play, right? Always remove the content, bro.
I'm not really doing OnlyFans now.
No,
I've done me shit. I was making fucking bank off it when cunts weren't even.
Yeah.
Oh, OnlyFans, this and that. I go, mate. Mate, the cash was just flowing. I was going, no marks. Now it's just like, it's just there, bro. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It just does its thing.
It's just a little cash cow for you, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a big cash cow still. But like, it's not, like fucking, because me and my ex, we used to like leak some fucking shit on Pornhub, bang, it'd go up and then go down. Exactly what you'd say. But like somewhere me cock's out there, I don't know, it's on Facebook, bro. It's all fucking all over the place.
To be honest,
it's a long rod, so I don't give a fuck.
Whether at the end of the day, right, everyone's dick's on the internet somewhere, bro.
Like, fuck, bro. I'm not scared.
I'm telling you now, your brother is a secret assassin sat behind that camera. I'm telling you now,
bro, he's got OF.
Has he?
Yeah.
I didn't even know you had OF.
Bro,
when did you get that?
He's got his cock out there.
Fucking good lad. Go on,
as soon
son.
as he turned 18, I go, can't make some money, bro. He's done fivesomes and shit.
Bro,
he's done five.
Look at this cheeky little devil, isn't he?
Wait, you know some people that we've worked with.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Flynn's worked with him as well.
Go on, Flynn. Absolutely. Go on. I didn't think he had it in him.
Nah, he just chills, bro. He's just making sure, mate. He's got a bit of cash and shit.
Good lad.
But so you've executed the online removal. So you're at 2017, 2018. We've got 19, 20, 21. What's going on in there?
Mate, I essentially what I did in those formative years, brother, is just run the business, trying to figure out who the fuck Frankie Lee was in the meantime, right?
Yeah.
Earn cash. and take a lot of time to think and reflect through the times. You know what I mean?
So just personal growth.
Just personal growth, mate. A lot of reading, a lot of mindset work. If you look at my bank statements, I invest my money in investing in obviously my investments.
Yeah.
But I invest my money, a hell of a lot of money in my personal growth and obviously my podcast, bro. That's all. But before I found my podcast, I was in a bit of a place in Australia where I thought, you know what, do I want to go home? Do I want to stay? What am I doing? And
when was this?
And this was like fucking 2019. So I went back home, and after being in England and realizing that going back wasn't my idea of what I wanted.
Yeah.
I sat there on the spare bedroom floor one day, just thinking to myself, "Fuck me, I've got to do something." So I just thought, you know what, I've always wanted to start a podcast. So I just literally went and executed 2 episodes straight on that bedroom floor on a Mac.
In UK?
In the UK, yeah.
So how many episodes you got?
58 published at this moment in time, and then I've got about another 4 or 5 to drop, and then I got more recording all the time.
Fucking oath, and that's a link in the bio, guys. Do you want to touch on? I want to quickly touch on before we wrap it up. Okay, so you've said, you 2019, 2020. You've grown. You've done your thing.
Yeah, I've done my
We're
thing.
here now. You're doing podcasts.
Yeah.
You're doing fucking still your content removal. You've mentioned that a few times. That's you.
That's what I'm doing. But eventually, I won't be doing content removal, bro. Eventually,
podcasts,
I'll phase that business out, and I'll just do my podcast full time.
Yeah.
Now, I in terms of we were talking about monetizing and that, and I haven't tried to monetize it at all. And eventually, I just think it'll naturally happen in a way that's organic to me. One thing I don't want to do is I don't want to put fucking red ads on the podcast, bro, because it ruins it. Because those podcasts that people get, I generally want people to leave that podcast a different person to the way they walked in.
Yeah.
Right? And I ain't fucking with the flow of that because that's my passion, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the monetization can wait.
Yeah.
Until the right.
I think still chuck it on in case one goes viral. If one goes viral,
I've got the monetization enabled on YouTube.
Well, then chuck the cunt on. And if
I've
people
got
are watching, bro, you're working your cunt out.
I've got it enabled, but I'm not worried about whether it makes. I just want people to fucking get some value, bruv, and I'll find a way, bruv.
Fucking oath, respect that. I want to touch on it, and this will be the last thing we chat about, and then we might have to do another whole fucking episode very soon.
If they want it, they might be fucking triggered from the fact that I told them anxiety was excitement.
No, I'm taking that shit on now. Okay, you've never drunk, you've never done drugs or smoked.
Yeah,
fucking 100%.
On my life, yeah.
Bro, okay, with the whole mental health thing, have you had what's depression to you? What do you call it? You calling that something else?
No, I'm not. No. Obviously, look, people can be in a state where they feel bad or feel depressed. But again, this label, you are how you talk to yourself, right? So if you tell yourself that you are depressed, then you're putting yourself in a box that you have to now get out of.
Yeah,
right?
Gotcha.
Right? So it's like you...
I want to not about, but what's your life been like with mental health? So mental illness, mental health.
So there's been a lot of times in my life where I've felt down, out. There's 2 times in my life in Australia, in my Australian history, in the 7 years that I've been here, where I haven't been able to feed myself because I've got myself into certain positions in life that have been fucking really difficult.
Yeah.
And, they've massively upset me and this, that and the other. So in essence, yes, I believe mental health is a massive thing right now. And there's a lot of people out there, a lot of people listening to this that are struggling with it, right? I just think that on a personal level, it's all about the way that you frame how you feel.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that take on the victim mentality because that's the easiest mentality to take on.
Yeah.
It's so easy for me to say to you, hey guys, I'm depressed and I feel sorry for myself. I understand that. It's so easy to do that. And there's many times in my life where I could have said that, I could have done it. And it's so fucking easy, right? But then you're forgoing the responsibility that you have to yourself. And if you forgo the responsibilities that you have for yourself, you're giving up on your own life.
Yeah.
And it's like that might hit your ears at the right time, but it's if you feel in a bad place, there are, reach out to us on the DMs, reach out to other professional people, reach out to people.
But you don't have to choose to live there. If you choose to live there, if you choose to stay there, if you choose to take no action, or if you take no action, you will not make any improvements in your life, obviously. So all it is essentially is like, it's okay to feel down.
Yeah.
But it's not okay to judge yourself for feeling down and call yourself depressed. Because if you label yourself depressed rather than just being non-judgmental with yourself and accepting the fact that you don't feel as good as you felt yesterday, today, yeah, that's fine. There's days when I wake up in the morning and I don't fucking feel too fucking rosy. Yeah. Right? There's days that you do too. We all go through it.
Yeah.
But it's just...
It's about you be with your emotions. You don't have to... You don't like fucking saying any of the words. Maybe I need to wipe them out of my vocabulary as well.
Because when you say... When you say things, whatever I'm just trying to bring so much positivity into this podcast for these people here that they can grow from. I'm also trying to add value to you. I'm trying to add value to Flynn. I'm trying to speak in a way that empowers other people to do more, be more, see more, all this other shit that they want in their life, right? Yes, do I believe that some people have taken on that label and ran with it? Yes, of course. But understand that someone at some point in time has made all these labels up. I would just rather choose a label that makes me feel better about myself and takes me forward than choose a label that disempowers me. Yeah. And the labels that we're talking about, anxiety, depression, all this, that, and the other, they put you in a vulnerable position which disempowers your growth. And I'm saying to you, you have a fucking choice whether you put yourself there or not. And if you put yourself there voluntarily and you don't want to get out of it, you can't sit there and wallow in it and think that like someone's going to come and grab you out of it. You have to ultimately be willing to take the steps to do that. So in the essence then, what I'm saying is, if you feel low, don't judge yourself for that as if you're depressed.
So just with that, it's like no matter what age you are,
yeah,
there's always a fucking way out. I want this whole mental health thing. I want people to fucking fix themselves, work on themselves and shit. If you're 50 years old, if you're 30 years old or 20 years old, there's a way out of what you're doing, and you can look at the bigger picture. There's a whole life to live. You're amazing. You're fucking a legend.
Look, you are all doing the best that you can with the information you've got at this fucking right time, yeah? That is essentially what you're trying to do. It's what I'm trying to do. It's what Luke's trying to do. It's what Flynn's trying to do. We're all trying to do the best that we can with what we've got. But the way that you free yourself is you stop taking on disempowering labels. There is not a positive thing that can come out upon you taking on the depression label or anxiety. There is no positive to it. So why take it on? Why sit there and take on a label that someone's given you when you could take on something completely different and change your fucking life? Your choice. I'm just saying, choose wisely.
Fucking oath. You got anything else to say to the subscribers?
I just
one final message, Frankie.
Look, I'm obviously really passionate about like helping people break patterns, flip perspectives. That's why I say things that not only do I say things that mean and resonate with me, but I hope they resonate with you too, because ultimately, I'm on this planet to like empower people to do more, be more, and all this stuff, man. That's why I do the podcast. Break patterns, flip perspectives, yeah? It's my total why to the whole thing, bro. It's my total why. I'm leaning into that. Look, if you get anything from this, I fucking hope you do, man. And just light up his comments, light up his DMs, let him know how it goes. Light up my DMs on Instagram at Frankie Lee. But just we'll put all the links in the bio. But like at the end of the day, I just hope you've got something out of this. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, the fucking boys. Thanks heaps for coming on here. At Frankie Lee on Instagram. Luke Erwin, I don't know my Instagram, but
we'll put all the links, the YouTube channel, the podcast, all that below this thing. And if you like what I'm saying and you vibe with it,
Get around it. This
yeah,
is Talking Shit episode. I don't know that either, but subscribe,